Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Earthbound. I am Atyrum, and last we left off, we found the last of the Your Sanctuary locations and absorbed its power. And now that we've done that, we've created Magicant, the Realm of Your Mind. In Magicant, there's a whole bunch of emotions, and there's also an evil and violent side that we have to go confront. So that's our ultimate goal here. And also, every time you talk to somebody, the color changes, which kind of reminds me, I don't know if any of you guys remember this, but on the Game Boy Color, there was a way, right when the game opened, and like it showed the Game Boy logo, and if you were playing a original Game Boy game, you could actually change the color. You can make it, like black and white, or you can make it, a variety of different colors, which is kind of interesting. I don't know if any of you guys remember that. You would have to be a little bit older. Although, if you've played this game, you probably are a little bit older. So, yeah, there's that. And there's all sorts of strange people and things all around here, like this chicken over here. And it seems like we've gone back to normal, or was this normal? I don't even quite remember. That looks like a stop sign with a clock face on it. Did you learn how to tell what time I'm indicating? And for some reason, talking to that guy doesn't change the color palette. So anyways, I do apologize for the... I don't know if we can actually buy anything here or not. Might as well withdraw some money, although we do have plenty, so maybe we don't need to. I do apologize for the audio desync in the last video. I realized, as I actually posted in the comments in a reply, that I was recording at 59 FPS for some reason. I don't even know how that happened, or how that got changed. Ooh, the Earth Pendant, that's an upgrade. Let's go ahead and equip that, and we can sell the Flame Pendant. Was that a good choice? I don't know if that was a good choice. That's okay. We'll be fine. I'm assuming that because that's there, maybe there's a good reason you're going to need it coming up. But yeah, the audio desync should be fixed because we should be recording at 60 FPS. That's what OBS says. I really don't know how we ended up recording at 59 FPS, but it happened somehow. So that was throwing the audio off because my video editing software was set to 60 FPS, so it was throwing it off, and that's the reason for that. But yeah, this appears to be a living room here. The Sea of Eden is over at the other end of Magicant, and we're the only ones that can get close to it. Is there anything I can do for you? Store items. We don't need the backstage pass. We could probably free up a little bit of inventory space here. It's nice that that's here. Okay, so we don't want to get rid of the ATM card, Soundstone receiver phone, Big League Bat. That's the one that we decided we didn't want because it ends up missing too much, if I remember correctly. So let's go ahead and get rid of that for now, because I don't really quite want to sell it. And can we store the pencil eraser and eraser? I'm worried that there's a iron pencil or iron eraser. For some reason, I feel like there is one in here. I'm probably completely wrong, though. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and head out of this strange town here. We did already rest up, so we don't need to bother with the butterfly. There's a zombie here who seems to just want to chat. We kicked his butt pretty badly. He's not going to forget about it. Ooh, this is a new color. I kind of like this. Oh, look at that. It's Master Barf or Master Belch or whatever he wants to be called. I guess he doesn't identify himself here, so he could be either one. Is this the young boy who gave us the... No, this is ourself when we were younger. Huh, that's weird that he has a blue cap instead of a red one. One interesting thing to note is that in the Japanese version of this game, in Magicant, your main character is actually naked. But of course they had to change that for the worldwide release, because that would have been, I mean, it doesn't show any of the bits and bobs and what have you, but they had to change that for the sake of the international release. But yeah, I do believe that on the Virtual Console, this game actually got like a T rating because it does have some drug and alcohol references, I'm pretty sure. So I guess that maybe could have been left in. I don't even know. That's okay. We're just in the pajamas that we were in the beginning of the game, so that's fine and good. And these people are all waiting in line for something. Just a whole bunch of random minor characters. That right there is Picky from the beginning of the game. Is this Bubble Monkey? It might have been, or it might just be a random monkey, and a couple other minor people. I think this is the person that actually gave us the cap in the beginning of the game, our first actual equipable item, if I remember correctly. Oh, and look at this. It's Pokey, our best friend. Okay. Let's be friends forever, all right? Oh, okay. I mean, here's something to think about. If this is a representation of our main character's mind, does that mean that our main character really wants to be friends with Pokey? I don't know, that just seems kind of weird to me. There seems to be a weird fish-looking dude here. I still feel pain where you wounded me. I think I remember seeing that enemy now. I don't remember the name of it, but I do remember seeing it. This is Buzz's tombstone. Yeah, if you remember him, I think I mentioned him a couple times throughout the game, but he's from the beginning of the game, so if you don't remember him, that's okay. Let's go ahead and talk to one of these guys. I am your courage. I follow you here in Magic Camp. My name, let's say Flying Man. So this is a representation of our courage in the form of a bird, and you can take one as a companion. You can only take one at a time. If they die, which might end up happening, their graves will show up over here, but they will help you out in battle, and they are a lot more helpful than, for example, Pokey was in the beginning of the game. We can't go there unless we're truly ready. If you're at this point in the game, you kind of have to be truly ready. There's nothing else you can do in the game once you get here, so it's just a matter of going here now that you're here. And that looks like us. Hey me, I found my cap that you lost. The baseball cap. That's the cap from the very beginning of the game. So that's going to be, if we go to our equip screen right here and go to other, yeah, that's a significant drop in defense. So I don't know if there's any point to that. I don't think it does anything for you. Ooh, that's going to be useful in a boss fight coming up. It's not really going to do you any good, to be honest. I mean, I know it probably has some kind of sentimental value, but in here, it's just not going to do anything, and it's not a key item, so it's not really going to help you in any way. So I don't really know what the point of keeping it would be. And this is the loaded dice, which is going to call for help from the Carefree Bomb, which, imagine it or not, is going to be an exploding enemy. I believe it can grab onto you. Yeah, that's going to hit the Flying Man, which is nice because it saves us from getting hit. Although the Flying Man's not doing too much damage to this guy, so that's kind of unfortunate. A lot of damage to us, but we do have a lot of PSI to heal things off again. And I'm not going to bother using my own PSI attacks because I feel like that'd be a little bit of a waste. Also, of course, because the Flying Man is, yeah, not a real party member, you can't actually heal him, so once he dies, he's dead, and that's that. That guy has a lot more health than I thought he'd have. So we're going to run back real quick and grab another Flying Man to continue on because, you know, we've got, I don't know, I think you have a limited supply of them. I think you only get 5 of them. But we might as well go ahead and grab another one because there's no reason not to. So I'll go ahead and run back and grab one real quick. Okay, so now we have another Flying Man with us. I didn't show it, but he actually does tell you that he's going to be called Flying Man 2, which is kind of interesting. And this should be a new enemy here. This is the Electro Swoosh. I would almost expect some kind of name related to eyes, considering it is literally a set of eyes. So Flying Man's actually doing more to this. I don't know why, if his attacks were just kind of resisted by the bomb enemy, but he really wasn't doing much to that enemy, so that's kind of weird. Ooh, do we have the Franklin badge? I don't remember if we have the Franklin badge or not. Because if we don't have it, we should have grabbed it. We really should have given it to Ben. I don't remember seeing it in my inventory. I might have made a mistake here. Yeah, before you get to this point, you should give the Franklin badge to Ben, or your main character. Okay, so I may have just lost that battle I was just involved in before I cut away. So I actually, because that loaded dice just kept calling in more enemies, it ended up being too much. I kept trying to use PSI Boom to keep knocking him out, but it just wasn't doing enough. It ended up with like 6 or 7 enemies on the screen, which was crazy. So I couldn't end up knocking them all out. I lost my Flying Man, and I lost myself, obviously. So we're going to try and skip some of these enemies if we can. Because I want to conserve our Flying Man for, at the very least, the next area if we can. It would be nice to have one for the boss battle, but it's kind of hard to get him all the way through here. I guess unless you try to run away from battles. I guess we're not going to be able to skip this one. But yeah, that loaded dice enemy that pops up, he constantly calls for help, which can be kind of annoying. Especially since this is probably what this is. But yeah, if you don't take him out quickly enough, then you can quickly get overwhelmed. And we did lose our Flying Man in one of those battles, so that's kind of unfortunate. And I guess we need more than just a PSI Life Up Beta, because we do have a lot of health nowadays. And of course, once we get through all the way through here, we're going to get an even bigger boost to our stats, so our main character is going to be even more overpowered. So let's go ahead and use this Butterfly. Even though, as I mentioned before, butterflies don't heal quite as much as they used to. relatively in terms of, you know, percentages and all that. Oh, and that's not an enemy, that's a present. And there's a Magicant bat inside. Ooh. So that's actually an upgrade to the ultimate bat. Yep, increases our offense a little bit, so that's nice. We'll go ahead and take that. And we'll try and sell the ultimate bat at some point. And yeah, so we'll continue on this way, and a whole bunch of question marks. Ooh, a lot of enemies in general. I guess we're gonna have to fight them one at a time, which is nice. And let's try and use our temporary invisibility to get through here. Nope, not gonna happen. Oh, but I guess we can hit these guys, kill these guys with one hit if we get them individually. Inside this present is a magic tarp. We got too much stuff. Okay, I guess we don't really need it. I'm just gonna try to skip past these guys if I can. Guess not. Have we seen these enemies yet? No, the Mr. Molecule. Let's just go ahead, since there's two of them, just use our PSI Boom. Really missing Katie's PSI Fire right now, especially when you have big lines of enemies, because it would do a lot of damage to them. Or heck, even her Freeze to knock out single enemies a lot quicker. And we do have some PSI Caramel, so we can go ahead and use our PSI a little less carefully. And for some reason I thought that these guys called for help too. Maybe I'm misremembering. It might just be the loaded dice that likes to call for help constantly. So yeah, let's go ahead and grab one of those PSI Caramels. We do have a couple of them. And use it, get a little... Oh, that didn't give us much back at all. I guess that's a little bit disappointing. Yeah, we're gonna need to conserve our PSI, because there is, now that I think of it, we do need to conserve it a little bit, because the area coming up ahead could be difficult. Okay, so we're gonna have to use up that last PSI Caramel now. Yeah, probably was using my PSI a little bit too liberally there. And these guys are gonna come after us no matter what, and I'm trying to avoid as many as I can. I guess one at a time is fine, unless we get more coming after us. Ooh, and we got quite the PSI ability there. PSI Life Up Omega, which will let us heal all of our party members, which of course is not very useful in this area because we don't have any other party members, and really 3 of them again. Okay, luckily there's a bunch of the Mr. Molecule enemies, which seem to go down in one hit, so that's not too bad. And hopefully these are more of the same. And we are just about out of PSI, but let's go ahead and hit this thing here. If we check it, it's going to teleport us. And we're probably not going to make it through this area without our PSI. Yeah, we're pretty low on it. We can heal ourselves up one time. But yeah, unless there's going to be some items in here we can use, we're probably going to get a game over. And I'm going to have to run back through this area again. And as you can see, we have the Krakens that we saw way back a couple episodes ago. And this is actually the boss enemy, the same one that we saw way back when we actually had all 4 of our party members, I believe. Of course, at this point in the game, they're not quite as tough as they were before, so we'll see how this goes. We're not hitting any attacks, which is kind of weird. Oh! So PSI Flash is a one-hit knockout? Really? That's it? It just killed me. It didn't say it did a certain amount of damage. It just killed me. Okay. I feel like I've seen somebody use that attack before and it always missed, but I guess that's a one-hit kill attack, which is a little bit unfortunate, but okay. We'll go ahead and get back to where we were, and I'll meet you guys back up there. Okay, so I actually managed to make it through with my flying man, although I feel like he's probably close to dead, so the second we get into a battle, we'll probably die. I'll probably go ahead and skip the Kraken battle this time, because you guys have seen him before. And just as I thought, he took one hit from that Kraken, he was out. I mean, it didn't even do that much, it was about 100 damage, but I think the flying man, or the flying men only have probably about 200, 300 HP, because I've noticed they only take a couple of hits each. And we probably can't skip the Kraken. Yeah, it's gonna come straight for us. And now that we actually have PSI, we're doing a lot better. By the way, one of the merchants over in the town area, the one that sold me the Earth Pendant, will actually also... Does this do anything? It doesn't. Okay, I guess that's just a dead end. The one that I got the Earth Pendant from also had Magic Pudding, which I didn't even like look at. I didn't even register it. But that's actually a PSI restoration item. It's even better than the PSI Caramel. So, wow, are we already through this? Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna heal up real quick. Well, Life Up Alpha is not really what I wanted to do. I guess we just could use it a couple times till we're maxed out. And then go ahead and... Do we really need the Magic Pudding? I guess not, because I'm pretty sure it restores more than 20, unless I'm mistaken. But anyways, this is the Mani Mani statue, which, if you'll remember, we did actually destroy. But the one that appears here is just a manifestation of the evil side of our main character. And we have to confront this before we can actually attain our ultimate power. Which is kind of interesting, but at the same time, I mean, we don't ever really learn that much about our main character. It's all basically just yourself. I mean, you insert yourself into this main character because he is, you know, like any main character from an RPG who doesn't have any actual voice. You kind of insert yourself into the character, so you're kind of, you know, confronting your own evil side in a sense. But anyways, so let's go ahead and start off with a PSI shield. Or is this just a physical? This is a power shield. Okay, never mind. I think Katie has the PSI shield. I don't think we actually have one. Okay, so I guess we're just gonna go ahead. Might as well go ahead and use that bag of Dragonite, actually. Okay, and that didn't do anything, which is good. And that should do a decent chunk of damage. 479, pretty nice. And this guy's probably gonna have a PSI shield. So I don't really want my PSI attacks bounced back at me. So I think we're just gonna go for physical attacks. We already used the bag of Dragonite, so that did a decent amount. And a smash hit is gonna be nice. But now he's got a power shield, so that's gonna reflect our physical attacks. So that's kind of unfortunate. Let's try a weaker PSI attack and see how much of that does. He's gonna hit us with a PSI boom, obviously because he's our evil side. He's gonna be able to use the same kind of PSI we can use. Okay, he doesn't have a PSI shield, so I guess we're gonna go for PSI attacks. Because I don't want his power shield reflecting attacks back at us. Although we do have quite a bit of HP. That was so much easier than it ever has been before. I feel like I've had trouble with this battle before. Huh. Okay. Well, I'll take it, I guess. I feel like that's been my reaction to several boss battles recently. Just that they ended quicker than I thought they would. I mean, I got lucky with a smash hit, and obviously I saved that bag of Dragonite for here, but I don't know, maybe I'm over-leveled. I just don't understand why I'm having so much trouble with all the random enemies here and there. Although that may be because I'm not being careful enough. But anyways, we defeated our evil side, so now we can finally attain the ultimate power of your sanctuary locations. And now we're being told where to go next. Apparently Saturn Valley is our next destination, and there's something we need there. And Magicant, the realm of our mind where, you know, we confronted everything about ourselves, is gonna disappear now that we've defeated the evil part of it. So yeah, now we're heading back to meet up with our party members and tell them what the heck just happened. And now we're going to see our HP and PSI points doing some crazy stuff. We're going to get some stat increases from each of your sanctuary locations. Each of them give you a couple of stat increases. And this just makes your main character even more overpowered, especially compared to your other party members. In fact, I know some people will actually play through the game as a sort of challenge and not use their main character at all, and make sure he gets knocked out. Because it can make it a little bit too easy when you have a character that's this OP. Yeah, a whole bunch of stat increases and 200,000 experience. So we're going to get, I think, a couple levels off of that. Whoa! Maximum PP went up by 350 and our HP went up by 141. And more increases. Holy cow! Like, and then PSI Boom, Omega, and then we got Teleport Beta too. Although that doesn't really matter because we already had that, and we're not gonna be on our own after this again. So I don't know if that's really important. But anyways, we have all that power now. Now we're, you know, some kind of unstoppable 10-year-old kid, and our friends are waiting for us. It's time to wake up from our dream that we've been having, and we're gonna flash back to all of your sanctuary locations. And get really dizzy. And here we are, back at the last one that we were at. And for some reason, I feel like there might have been a way to do a different one last, and then you have this final scene somewhere else, but I'm not sure if you can actually do that or not. I do feel like the best place to have it is here. I don't know, because this is the final location. But anyways, Perry had been unconscious for a little while, and our friends have just been waiting for us. Saturn Valley is our next destination, but now that we've, you know, accomplished the goal of the game, which was to, well, one of the goals of the game, which was to unlock all the Your Sanctuary locations and attain our ultimate power. Now it's time to finally confront Gygas. We just have to figure out, you know, how. Because obviously we don't know where he's coming from, what the heck is happening. At least I don't think we know at this point. We'll find out, though. There's going to be a bit of exposition coming up next episode. And we're probably 2, maybe 3 episodes from the end of the game. So I know the finale episode's probably going to be a bit of a longer one. So yeah, I hope you guys are looking forward to it. We're almost through this game. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And there should be... These episodes should speed up a little bit now that we're getting closer to the end, and also now that I've finished up the Pokemon Theta Emerald Nuzlocke, so you shouldn't be seeing a week between each of the Earthbound videos. Although I am going on vacation from August 8th through the 15th, but I'll try and get a couple episodes recorded for it to go up during that time. So hopefully these will be going up every 3 days or so. I'm hoping that way we can get the game finished up, and by the time I get back from vacation, we'll be ready to start a couple new series. So yeah, with that being said, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode of Earthbound.